Lucy Letby inside of HMP Bronzefield, and what is going on with her at the moment. Now HMP Bronzefield is the women's maximum or high security prison where she is being held, and as everyone will be well aware, at the moment there's massive news surrounding her case because, as you will have all seen, last week on the public inquiry that was held, it did go on to say that the chair member has went on to say that he does not believe there was any murders involved in the deaths of those newborn babies. So it is with the CCRC at the moment, which is the Criminal Cases Review Commission. And this is the last resort after the appeal process has finished, because what happens when you're convicted and goes up in front of the single judge? If it is then knocked back, then you can't appeal for the three judges to have a look at the case. And then if it fails and you get new evidence, it goes up in front of the CCRC, which it has done now. And I do believe the CCRC will probably be successful in passing it back to the Court of Appeal, and it will be heard again in the Court of Appeal. And I do imagine, from my own personal opinion, from what I know and what I've seen, that she probably will be given a retrial. Now, if anyone has seen the documentary, I believe it was on Channel 5, which was aired last year in August time. I did watch the documentary because one of my pals inside the jail said, "Have you seen the documentary?" And he did recommend that I have a look at it. And it did change his mind. And when I did see that documentary myself and see the inside fact about what happened in the court case, it did actually sway my mind as well. Now, this is up for massive debate, because when I've done videos on this previously, over a year ago now, there was loads of controversy surrounding this, which there is. A lot of people believe she's innocent, and a lot of people believe, obviously, she's guilty. And like I say, we don't know the full facts, only what we've read. But there is some people that have went into this, delved right into it as well. And a lot of people do believe that she is innocent. Now, after I watched that documentary, and I do recommend anyone who was interested in it to watch it yourselves, it did seem as though she didn't get a fair trial. And that is the reason why I believe she will definitely get a retrial. Now, when I watched the documentary, and what I mean by not a fair trial, there was loads of prosecution witnesses who were experts in that field. But there was no experts on the defence team, because nobody wanted to put their neck on the line saying that they defended Lucy Letby because of those loads of newborn babies involved. Nobody wanted to put their neck on the line to try and defend her, because they didn't want to be tarnished and they didn't want to lose their reputation within the medical field. So if you watch that documentary and you realise that she didn't have any expert panels on the defence team, it did make you question what was going on with her defence team. But I'm not going to come on and say she's innocent. Is the fact that I do believe she deserves a retrial, and I do believe there should be experts on the defence team as well as the prosecution. Otherwise, it is not a fair trial, because now, when you watch the documentary, all these experts are now coming forward and actually supporting Lucy and sticking up for her. And then look at that inquiry that was just held last week, when I believe his name is Shu has come on to say that he doesn't believe, or that panel does not believe there was any murders involved. So if he's coming on publicly saying that, there definitely does have to be a retrial. Now, what's going on with her inside of prison? She is on a wing, and she has become friendly with Binash Batul, the stepmother of Sarah Sharif, who was murdered by her, that despicable creature, and her husband, Irfan Sharif, who we all know has been attacked inside of prison and is now residing in Franklin Prison, waiting to be attacked again. Now, this despicable creature is on the same wing as Lucy Letby, and they have become friends, and she is now having it with Lucy on the wing, which is not doing ourselves any favour. If Lucy was innocent, she's then having it with someone who actually has killed a child. So that is not doing her any favours whatsoever. But then again, being the most hated woman in the prison system, it stands to reason why she's going to befriend another person who was also one of the most hated in the system. Because as you can imagine, most of these women that are in there will have kids themselves, and they will not like people who have ended the lives of little ones like this. But I imagine obviously it's a lot different in the women's prisons. I imagine some of the women inside of there will be dying to get their hands on that BNash. Not so much Lucy now, because from what I have read from ex-prisoners who are in there, a lot of the lasses inside of the prison are now believing Lucy, believing that she is innocent. Obviously, when everything comes out again, when there is a retrial, which I do believe there is, which I've said at the beginning of this video, there's definitely going to be a retrial. So if you imagine they're all in there with her and they've seen this inquiry, which was held, which was on the TV last week, and he's coming out and saying that there was no murders involved in these newborn baby deaths. All the women in there are now going to be sympathising and siding with Lucy Letby. But then she's having it with BNash Batul, who will be getting bashed soon enough, I'd imagine, of some of the women in there. But the wing that they are on, obviously, will be a bit of an enhanced wing. To the prisoners that are on there, they'll be handpicked, knowing fine well that they will not attack these women because they're probably in for naughty offences themselves. But I just thought I would bring that to your attention, people. Like I say, it's open for discussion. I would like to hear people's thoughts in the comments. But I'll leave that one there for now. And as usual, if you are enjoying the content, remember to comment, like and subscribe. Take care, everyone.